Hey, welcome back. It's midsummer now, and if you're like me, you've been thinking about the upcoming season, and I've been trying to think of things that I want to upgrade, so either gear or equipment. And one of the things that I've been really wanting to get is a GPS. So I picked one up, and we'll take a look at it. We'll get it installed. So stick around.
All right, so we get the Garmin fired up here. We'll go into settings and we're gonna set up the wireless. So scroll up here and find a Wi-Fi network. And I'm gonna go with this one here. And I'm gonna enter my password. Don't look. All right, and we're connected to the Wi-Fi network. We've enabled it. And let's see, we'll save that. Go back and hit this again, and we can, oh yeah, we can hit Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is on. And we're going to go to updates, and it'll automatically check, see what needs to be updated. There's maps that can be updated and your firmware or software. So it looks like there's an update for both of those. And in the software, so version 6.80 is what's in there. These are the other software uh, versions that are in there for the different little things. And I'm going to back out. And I just want to see what is in there right now. So if we go to About, all right, software version 6.30. So yeah, I think that was, so 6.8, yeah. So we'll definitely want to upgrade that. I don't see anything about maps in here. And back up to updates. And yeah, we'll hit software update. So yeah, 6.8 is that's the firmware version. So we'll install everything in that little list there. And you got to accept. Screen's a little touchy, like touchy or not touchy. Sometimes you got to double tap things. All right, estimated time. Just gives you some warnings here. All right, so all right, this isn't bad. 1 minute. All right, so updates, the following content was installed in your device. So map update and software version is now 6.80. And then you get to this warning screen that comes up every time you turn it on. And you get back to your main screen here. And go back into settings and hit updates again. Every time you go into that updates, it automatically checks for any updates. And just so you know that, so I am doing this all over the Wi-Fi. So the maps are updatable. We'll tap on that. So the NU Maps North America, that's what's available to install. And we're not going to install just yet. We're going to back out. And go into this maps. So we got vehicle to show you what type of, you can put any kind of vehicle. You can have an arrow, uh, different colored arrows, different colored cars. And I think I'll go with the orange arrow. And then we have driving map view. So you can do track up, north up, or 3D. And then as far as map detail, you can do more, normal, or less. And Garmin themes, I'm just going with Garmin. And what else we got? Map tools. So you can have different tools running while you're um, along a route. And you can turn them on, turn them off. Save that. And we'll go back. And I'm going to go back in here. Search for Bluetooth devices. So you just got to make sure that on your phone um, it's discoverable. And it'll search. And it's just seeing my iMac. It's not seeing my phone. So I'll have to go into the phone and fix that. Nope, now it's connected. Okay. So it was just a little, just had to go in and turn a couple of things on. Pretty much it was just in the wireless, excuse me, in the Bluetooth settings. The display, so you can set it for this color mode and the brightness. So color mode, day, night, or auto. So auto, obviously it'll switch depending upon the time between modes. Brightness, I'm plugged in, so I want it as bright as I can get it. There is a display timeout. I think you'd probably want to keep that. Just get rid of the timeout. But what else we got? Screenshot. Oh yeah, you can take a screenshot while you're kind of driving along there. So current time. So check that. All right, that looks good and accurate. And then I'm going to do the 12-hour time format, and units are going to be miles. And position format. So that's just like how does it display your coordinates? And you can change that obviously. Language keyboard. So voice language, there's different voices in there. There's the American English Michelle, there's American English Samantha. Yeah, it's a bunch of different languages. And then keyboard language. So you can do either a QWERTY keyboard, which is the normal keyboard, and go back out and back into devices, see if there's anything in here. Go back to about, and you do see that the software version is now 6.80. And we've got our audio version, the voice command. And just a bunch of copyright information for each one of those little things. All right, back, go back. See what else, if there's anything. That's pretty much it. So if you want to just look at the map, you click View Map, and it'll basically just show you like where you are at the moment. And get speed down there in the bottom left, get your directions, and you can turn these things on and off so of what you want on your screen. And change volume, drop it all the way down if you want. If you don't want to listen to the voice telling you what to do. And then go into the apps here, and we've got Smart Link notification. So Smart Link is our Garmin smartphone link is the app that you should put on your phone, and that connects like between the Garmin and your phone. Makes it really easy, and you can just have that app running in the background on your phone. So let's see what else. Get your owner's manual, smartphone link. So notifications. So if something, you get a text or something on your phone, if your iPhone is connected, it'll pop up on your screen, like on the right hand side. While you're going down the road, you get your map up, and you're going somewhere. The right hand side of the screen, it'll pop up. So this is traffic. You can see the little red things there that just shows that there's some sort of traffic problem in those two spots right now. Live track is you can start that and send your location to somebody. It'll send them like a link over email. Okay, so I think what I'd like to do is mount this. Now let's see. Something like that. I don't want to cover up the idiot lights, but I think that would be a good spot right there. And I'll show you. I have a 17 millimeter ball mount right there. Pop that off, and so that would go just like that, and I think that'll work. Just need to run my power up to it, which shouldn't be too hard. I don't have a USB outlet on this, so I'll have to hardwire it to the battery on this, but yeah, let's see what we can do. I've got some screws. We can go right in there. This machine doesn't have a tachometer. That's where the tach would go, but and I think putting it down here is too low. I want it up enough so I can see it. I do have a bag that goes up there. I just took it off. I'll show you. It velcros. Oops. It velcros in like that. So I think that going right there would be perfect. So what I'm using is these hex head screws. They're actually made for sheet metal, but they're grabbing pretty good. This plastic's pretty thick here, and I did check. There's no wires or anything right behind here, so it's safe. If these end up not holding, I can get some screws with like a nut and a washer on the back side and do it that way. But for right now, these look like they're working. They're nice and tight. So put a couple more screws in, and then we'll pop the GPS on and see what it looks like. All right, so I just fired this GPS up. Pop it on here. It just snaps onto that mount, and this is going to be my view right here. I think that looks really, really nice. Oops. There we go. It'll look just like that as I'm going down the road or down the trail. So we can go inside and look at the specs on this. Obviously, it's not meant
to be out in the elements. It's meant to be inside of a car. But look at the specs. It's obviously not waterproof. I've seen other people using these on motorcycles and snowmobiles without too much of a problem. At the end of the day, I paid $46 for this thing on eBay. So, you know, if I get a season out of it or two, great. For my budget, this is what I could afford, and I wanted the big screen or the larger screen. You know, I just don't have it in my budget to buy a tread or the latest Zumo, which are running, you know, $500 plus. So for $46 and whatever I paid, you know, I paid a couple of bucks for that ball mount and a power cord. You know, I think it's going to work out just fine. So yeah, so let's head inside. I'll show you the spec sheet on it as far as, you know, what it's rated to for temperatures and all that stuff, and kind of my final thoughts on it.
All right, so there's some warnings here. It says do not operate the device outside the following temperature range from -20 to 55 Celsius, from -4 to 131 Fahrenheit. Do not store the device for an extended time period outside of the following range from 0 to 25 Celsius, from 32 to 77 Fahrenheit. Like I said, I'm only going to be using it, you know, while I'm riding, and then it's going to come off the machine and into the house, and I'm definitely not going to be riding in -4 degree temperatures, so I think we're okay there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.